If you're watching this in your 50s, 60s, or maybe even your 70s, there's a good chance you've noticed something quiet, not a sudden loss of sight, not waking up one morning unable to see, just small moments that gently tap you on the shoulder. You reach for a book and the light needs to be brighter than it used to be. You spend a little time on your phone or computer and your eyes feel tired sooner than before. Driving at night feels different now. The glare lasts longer. The darkness feels deeper. Nothing dramatic. Nothing that sends you rushing to a doctor. And like many people, you may quietly tell yourself, well, this is just aging. That's the sentence most of us learn to accept. But today I want to sit with you for a moment and offer a gentler, more hopeful truth. Vision doesn't fade simply because birthdays pass. It doesn't disappear just because time moves forward. What actually happens is quieter than that. Over the years, small stresses begin to stack up. Tiny changes in circulation, low-grade inflammation, long hours of artificial light, less time outdoors, less rest, less recovery. Science shows that after the age of 50, blood flow to the eyes can slowly decrease. The retina becomes more sensitive to oxidative stress, and the cells responsible for sharp, clear vision take longer to repair themselves. None of this feels urgent in the moment, but together, year after year, these small pressures begin to shape how we see the world. And here's the part most people are never told. Many of these stresses can be eased. Many of them can be slowed. Some can even be gently reversed. Not with miracles, not with fear, but with understanding. This conversation isn't about fighting age. It's about respecting how the eyes change and learning how to care for them with a little more wisdom and a little more kindness than we were ever taught before. Part 1. Why vision changes after 50. One of the hardest things about changes in vision is that they don't feel like a problem at first. They feel reasonable. You tell yourself, my eyes are just tired today, or I've been staring at screens too long, or simply, this is what happens when you get older. And in a way, you're right, but not for the reason most people think. Your eyes don't age on their own. They age along with the rest of your body. Inside your eyes are some of the smallest, most delicate blood vessels you have. They're thinner than a human hair, and they work nonstop, every second you're awake. After the age of 50, something very natural begins to happen. Circulation becomes a little less efficient. Blood doesn't move as freely as it once did. Oxygen delivery slows down just enough to matter. Studies from the National Eye Institute show that even mild reductions in blood flow can affect the retina, the part of the eye responsible for sharp, detailed vision. At the same time, inflammation quietly increases throughout the body. Not the kind that makes you sick in bed, but the low-grade background inflammation that builds year after year. This inflammation affects the eyes more than most people realize. It stresses the lens, it dries the surface of the eye, it makes the retina more vulnerable to light damage. And then there's metabolism. As we age, the body doesn't process sugar the same way. Blood sugar spikes last longer. Insulin sensitivity decreases. Research shows that elevated blood sugar, even below diabetic levels, can damage the tiny vessels that nourish the eyes. Again, nothing dramatic happens overnight. Vision doesn't suddenly disappear. Instead, the eyes slowly lose their margin of safety. They become less forgiving. Bright lights feel harsher. Darkness feels deeper. Recovery from strain takes longer. This is why eye changes after 50 often feel confusing, because the eyes aren't failing. They're adapting to a body that's under slightly more stress than it used to be. And this understanding matters. Because once you see that vision, decline is connected to circulation, inflammation, and metabolism, you realize something important. Eye health is not just about the eyes. It's about how the whole body is being cared for. And that's where real protection begins. Part 2, feeding the eyes from within, nutrition as quiet protection. Once you understand why the eyes begin to struggle after 50, the next question becomes very practical. What can I actually do about it? And this is where many people get surprised. Because eye health doesn't start with eye drops, it doesn't start with special glasses, and it certainly doesn't start with panic. It starts much deeper, with what your body is fed every single day. Your eyes are not separate from the rest of you. They are living tissue, constantly repairing themselves, constantly responding to what flows through your bloodstream. After 50, something important changes. Your body becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients. You can eat the same foods you always have, but your cells don't receive the same benefit anymore. That's why quality matters more than quantity now. The retina, the part of the eye that allows you to read, recognize faces, and see detail, is one of the most metabolically active tissues in the body. It needs oxygen, it needs healthy fats, and it needs protection from oxidative stress. This is where science gives us some clarity. Studies show that nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin accumulate directly in the retina. They act like internal sunglasses, filtering harmful light and reducing inflammation. Omega-3 fats, especially DHA, are literally built into the structure of the retina itself. When diets are low in these nutrients, the eyes become more vulnerable to damage from light, dryness, and aging. At the same time, diets high in refined sugar and ultra-processed foods do something very different. They increase inflammation throughout the body, they destabilize blood sugar, and they quietly damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish the eyes. What's important to understand is this: vision loss is not caused by one bad meal. It's shaped by thousands of small choices repeated over years. After 50, the eyes lose their buffer. They don't bounce back as quickly. They don't forgive poor nutrition the way they once did. That's why people who gradually shift towards simpler, whole foods, leafy greens, eggs, fish, vegetables with color, often notice something subtle. Their eyes feel less tired, dryness improves, night vision stabilizes, not because food is medicine, but because food removes stress. And sometimes removing stress is the most powerful form of healing there is. This isn't about strict rules. It's about giving your eyes fewer battles to fight each day. And when you do that consistently, the eyes respond. Quietly, steadily, and over time. Part 3, light and screens. When modern light quietly wears the eyes down. There's something about modern life that our eyes were never designed for. Not aging, not reading, not even long days. It's how we now live with light. For most of human history, the eyes followed a simple rhythm. Bright light during the day, soft darkness at night. That rhythm told the brain when to wake, when to rest, and when to repair. But after 50, many people notice something changing. Screens feel harsher than they used to. Glare lingers longer. Eyes feel strained even after short periods of use. And again, it's easy to dismiss this as just getting older. But here's what science quietly tells us. As we age, the lens of the eye becomes less clear. It scatters light more easily. That makes bright points, headlights, screens, LEDs, feel more intense than before. At the same time, the retina becomes more sensitive to oxidative stress. Blue light, especially in the evening, stimulates the retina at a time when it should be slowing down. Studies show that excessive screen exposure at night can disrupt melatonin production, increase eye fatigue, and worsen dry eye symptoms, particularly in older adults. But the problem isn't screens alone. It's screens in darkness. When you look at a bright screen in a dark room, your pupils open wide. More light floods the retina, and the eye has to work much harder to protect itself. Over time, this repeated stress adds to the quiet wear and tear already happening with age. The solution isn't fear, and it isn't giving up technology, it's respect. Never use a bright screen in complete darkness. Add soft ambient light in the room. Lower screen brightness at night. And whenever possible, step away. Just as important is what happens during the day. Natural light, especially morning light, does something no screen can replace. It helps regulate dopamine in the retina, supports healthy eye signaling, and strengthens the brain-eye connection. Even a short walk outside in gentle daylight can help reset the visual system. Think of light as nutrition for the eyes. Too little of the right kind, and the system weakens. Too much of the wrong kind, and the system becomes stressed. After 50, the eyes need balance more than brightness, and when you give them that balance, they don't suddenly become young again, but they do become calmer, and calm eyes are eyes that last longer. Part 4. Resting the eyes. The right way. Why closing your eyes isn't enough. When people talk about resting their eyes, most of us imagine the same thing. Closing them, leaning back, maybe rubbing them for a moment. And while that can feel soothing, it's only part of the story. Real rest for the eyes isn't about darkness. It's about release. Your eyes were never meant to stare at one distance for hours at a time. Yet modern life asks exactly that of them. Screens, books, phones, they lock the eyes into a fixed focus. After 50, the muscles that control focus become less flexible. They don't relax as quickly. They don't recover as easily. That's when fatigue sets in. Science shows that prolonged near focus reduces blink rate by up to 50%. Less blinking means more dryness, more irritation, more strain on the eye surface. This is why your eyes may feel tired even if your day didn't feel especially demanding. The simplest form of real rest isn't sleep, it's change. Every so often, let your eyes look somewhere far away, not with effort, not with concentration, just letting them drift. When you do this, the focusing muscles soften, blood flow improves, the surface of the eye rehydrates. Blinking becomes natural again. Many people are surprised to learn that blinking is not automatic when we concentrate. As we age, we blink less without realizing it. That small habit alone can contribute to chronic dry eye. So here's a gentle awareness to carry with you. Blink more often, blink fully, not as an exercise, as a kindness. Resting your eyes doesn't require discipline, it requires permission. Permission to pause, permission to look away, permission to let the eyes be eyes, not machines. After 50, these small moments of release are not optional luxuries. They are how the eyes survive modern life. Part 5, Eye Movement in the Brain, Keeping the Connection Alive. There's something most people don't realize about vision. Seeing isn't just something the eyes do. It's something the brain and eyes do together. Your eyes are constantly sending signals. Your brain is constantly interpreting them. That connection, eye to brain, is one of the most complex communication systems in the body. And like any connection, it weakens when it's not used in varied ways. As we get older, many of us begin to see less. Not because the eyes suddenly fail, but because the visual system becomes less flexible. We spend long hours looking straight ahead, at screens, at pages, at fixed distances, the eyes stop exploring. Over time, this reduces coordination. Peripheral awareness narrows. Depth perception becomes less confident. Science shows that gentle eye movement helps maintain neural pathways between the eyes and the brain. Not fast movements, not strain, just slow, natural motion, shifting your gaze from near to far, letting your eyes trace the shape of a window, allowing your field of vision to widen instead of tunnel. This isn't about training your eyes or trying to make them sharper. It's about keeping the conversation alive. When the eyes move gently, blood flow improves. Neural signals stay active. The brain stays engaged with what the eyes are seeing. Many people notice something subtle when they do this regularly. Their eyes feel more awake, less stiff, less fragile. Vision feels more confident, even if it isn't perfect. After 50, the goal is no longer precision, it's connection. Connection between movement and perception, between awareness and comfort. The eyes don't need to be pushed. They need to be invited. And when you invite them to move, they remember how to stay alive. Part 6. Sleep, when the eyes finally get to heal. There's a reason vision problems feel worse after a poor night's sleep. It's not your imagination. Sleep is not just rest for the body, it's repair time, especially for the eyes. During deep sleep, eye pressure stabilizes. Tear production resets. The optic nerve finally gets a chance to recover from a full day of visual work. As we age, sleep naturally becomes lighter. We wake more easily. We spend less time in deep, restorative stages. And when that happens, the eyes pay the price. Research shows that chronic sleep deprivation is linked to higher eye pressure, worsening dry eye, and increased risk of glaucoma. But again, this doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly. One short night doesn't matter much, but years of disrupted sleep change how well the eyes can protect themselves. After 50, many people try to push through fatigue, stay up a little later, scroll a little longer, ignore the signals. But the eyes don't forget. They remember every night they didn't get the chance to reset. The most powerful thing you can give your eyes isn't more effort during the day. It's permission to rest at night, earlier evenings, consistent routines, soft darkness. Reducing bright light before bed helps the brain release melatonin, the hormone that guides deep sleep and supports overnight repair. When sleep improves, people often notice changes they didn't expect. Less dryness in the morning, less sensitivity to light, clearer vision that lasts longer into the day. Not because sleep cures eye disease, but because it gives the eyes back what they've been quietly missing. After 50, sleep is not a reward, it's maintenance. And the eyes depend on it more than we've ever been told. Part 7, eye exams. Seeing problems before you feel them. There's something many people find uncomfortable to admit. Most serious eye problems don't announce themselves. They don't cause pain. They don't interrupt your day. They don't send obvious warning signs. And that's exactly why they're dangerous. Conditions like glaucoma or early macular degeneration can develop quietly for years while vision still feels good enough. You can read, you can drive, you can recognize faces, so you assume everything is fine. But inside the eye, pressure may be slowly rising. Blood flow may be quietly changing. Nerve fibers may be under stress long before you ever notice blur. This is why eye doctors often say something surprising. By the time vision changes are obvious, some damage has already been done. That can feel unsettling at first, but there's another way to look at it, a calmer, more empowering way. Regular eye exams after 60 aren't about looking for problems. They're about buying time. When changes are caught early, progression can often be slowed dramatically, not stopped forever, not reversed magically, but slowed enough to protect independence, confidence, and quality of life. Think of it this way. You don't wait for chest pain before caring about your heart. You don't wait to fall before thinking about balance. Your eyes deserve the same respect. An eye exam once a year is not an act of fear, it's an act of foresight. It says, I value my ability to see the people I love. I value my freedom. I value my future. And that mindset, more than any treatment, is what keeps vision strong for longer. If there's one thing I hope you carry with you after this conversation, it's this. Your eyes are not failing you. They are responding to years of light, years of habits, years of stress and care, or the lack of it. Vision loss is rarely a sudden event. It's a slow, quiet dialogue between time and the body. And the body is always listening. Every small choice you make, what you eat, how you rest, how you sleep, how you treat light, how often you pause, it all becomes part of that conversation. This isn't about turning back the clock. That was never the goal. It's about moving forward with more awareness than we had before. After 50, health becomes less about control and more about respect. Respect for limits, respect for recovery, respect for the quiet signals the body sends long before something breaks. Your eyes don't need to be pushed. They don't need to be forced to stay young. They need to be supported. And when they are, they often give you more than you expect. Not perfect vision, but steadier vision, more comfortable vision. Vision that lasts longer, so you can keep seeing faces, moments, and details that make life feel whole. If this message felt familiar, you're not alone. Many people in this season of life are asking the same quiet question. How do I age well without fighting who I am now? If you feel comfortable, leave a comment below and share what change in your vision you've noticed most. And if you'd like more calm, science-grounded conversations about staying healthy, clear, and independent after 50, you're welcome to subscribe and stay with us. Because growing older doesn't mean seeing less of life. It means learning how to care for what truly matters with patience, with wisdom, and with kindness.